Hey everyone, it's Amber Spotted Elk at the Paper Owl and welcome to my channel. Today we have some fall sign DIYs in store for you. These are so easy, so simple. Like if you're at all afraid to start DIYing any of your home decor, these are some projects that will work well for you. Now, if you don't have a vinyl cutting machine, a Cricut or Silhouette or Cameo or whatever, you can always use stickers from the Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. A lot of times they have great deals on them and these signs can look just as good. You can always use transfer paper and transfer methods. There's so many different ways that you can do these, so definitely do not shy away. You can pay so much money at the store for signs like these, and you can make them for just pennies on the dollar. So definitely don't go buy them in the store, and I'll show you how to make some fun signs. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Comment below, let me know which of these signs is your favorite, and as always, if you'd like to become part of the Paper Owl family, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified every single time that I upload, and without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, so we're starting out with this sign that I got from Target. I think it was $3, and then I'm using some vinyl that I actually got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting very much from this vinyl, and now don't get me wrong, it's not like the best vinyl I've ever used. It didn't really want to stick to the backing that it came on, so it almost messed up a couple times with little areas like the E's and the A's where there's like little holes, but for the most part it was okay. It attached to the transfer tape okay, so it wasn't horrible. Like I said, I'm actually pleasantly surprised, and for someone who likes to repurpose signs and do different things like that, this will be great. I know it'll come off easily. It says it's permanent vinyl, but it's not that permanent feeling. And then I'm just going to create this swag at the bottom of the sign. Now I kind of like to lay everything out to see how I like it, and then I'll wrap it together with twine to create like a swag. And that is just much nicer to me versus like gluing each piece down that I'm putting on. And then what's nice is that if I want to ever reuse this swag on something else like a wreath or some other piece of decor, it's usually pretty easy to get off and it all stays together really nicely. So yeah, that's just how I like to do a lot of these pieces. So I'm dovetailing the ends of my ribbon here, and then I also like to use a lighter to make sure the ends don't fray. And I do this also with any twine that I use or jute to burn all the little hairs off and stuff. If you're not comfortable with that, then absolutely don't do that. I usually have water by my craft desk if something ever were to go wrong, but so here you can see I'm now bunching it all together, and I'm going to wrap it in that twine and attach it to the sign. I basically just looked up some autumn and fall quotes and then used some that I already knew that I'm a fan of. So I'm just in love with all these signs. You guys are so easy, so simple. You can use Dollar Tree letters. You can print these signs off on your computer. You can do the transfer method if you've got transfer paper, or with the pencil marks on the back. So this, unfortunately, I missed the part where I stained this, but I basically just used Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel and watered it down to stain this little pumpkin sign. And then again, I'm using the Dollar Tree vinyl. Any of the black vinyl in these videos is the Dollar Tree vinyl. You guys, like, I am so impressed to be able to make all these signs for $1 worth of vinyl, like, is just amazing to me. And I still have some left. So basically I just printed this out, Hello Pumpkin. I think I used shiplap, and then for hello, and I think I used Babette for pumpkin. I'll try and remember and put them in the description box. If you have any questions about any of the fonts I use, let me know and I'll look them up for you. But this is so simple. Like, I just stained that plank that you get at the Dollar Tree, put the Dollar Tree vinyl on here, and that's it. It's a sign for less than $2. And it is just so cute. It's a decent sized sign, especially for $1. I love the faux wood look. And it is faux wood. It's not real, just so you guys know. And then I decided I wanted that pumpkin to stand out a little bit more. So I just took a piece of burlap ribbon and glued it to the back there. And I just feel like that makes it pop a little bit more, adds some little bit more texture and dimension to the sign. And I'm so happy with how this turned out. And you guys, so simple, so easy. And like I said, you don't have to have a vinyl cutting machine to do any of these signs. I just have one. I really wanted to use the Dollar Tree vinyl to see how it was working. So by all means, use what you have. I got this sign at Tuesday morning. It was on clearance, originally $6. I think I paid like $2 for it. But I loved the frame on it. And I got this after season clearance last year after Halloween. So if you guys don't shop clearance after the holidays, please start. Like, it is so amazing, the deals you can get. So this, I tried using the wooden letters from Dollar Tree and decided that the galvanized letters were going to be a better fit. So I just painted them with an orange spice by Craftsmart from Michaels. I might have added a little brown to it to make them darker. But this sign says, "I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers." And I wanted the Octobers to kind of stand out a little bit. So that's why I wanted to do the wood. Again, the letters were too big. So the vinyl, or not vinyl, the galvanized metal letters ended up working much better. But you guys, these signs are so simple, so easy, so affordable. If you look at any of the decor signs at any of the major stores, you're going to be paying so much money, especially for seasonal decor. It just seems so horrible. So I wanted to make a lot of signs for my house. I'm redecorating and I have a new space. And so I just wanted to get a lot of signs that I'm excited about in my home, especially for fall. It's one of my favorite seasons. This next one, I cut out scrapbook paper to fit inside those. I use this vintage photo to distress around the edges. You could absolutely use like a brown paint or not distress at all. Those little wooden boxes I actually got from Michaels. Sorry, I missed the staining parts of these videos. I don't know what happened, but I stained them with a Rust-Oleum dark walnut stain. And those were 99 cents at Michaels. I love them, that little honeycomb look. So the scrapbook paper, I'm using a pumpkin spice scrapbook paper from Michaels. I got it for like $6. You get like so many sheets of paper. It's such a good deal, especially if you use it for different projects, which I will. And it's so you can absolutely do the 4 for $1 scrapbook paper at Hobby Lobby, but if you're going to use fall scrapbook paper or just any scrapbook paper for the backing of different designs, look for a full paper pad. Like, I know the 4 for $1 is a great deal, but and it's nice because all the paper is then cohesive that comes in those paper pads. So look for sales on the paper pads. Sometimes they look like they're expensive, like $20, but they have really good deals and sales on them sometimes where you can get them from like $5 to $10. And you're going to get a lot of use out of them. So look out for those deals. Look for the big paper pads, especially around Christmas time, you guys. Like, oh, so much cute paper. And then it saves you from like painting the back of things like this. Like, it's just really nice. So I decided I wanted to put like little fall foliage in each of these signs and just make kind of like a nice little collective I guess like little gallery of fall foliage. with these 3 pieces, and have some pieces that didn't necessarily have lettering on them. So that's kind of what I was going for. Love the way these turned out. They're super cute. They're just like a nice size. They're not super tiny, but they're not super big. And then together they make a nice piece. So love the way these turned out. I'm loving these little balls that the Dollar Tree is getting. I'm so happy with those. I got this sign for $1 at Walmart. It was originally $10. It's got this galvanized metal frame. Eat, drink, and be thankful. You could absolutely keep it that way if you like that. But I am painting it with Waverly ink chalk paint. And you guys, I found a Walmart that still had Waverly paint, and I bought, oh my gosh, I bought so many things of it. It is ridiculous. I'm so happy because I was about out of white. But I added white vinyl to this sign to give it kind of that like chalkboard feel. And I absolutely love this sign for $1, this galvanized frame. So like I said, I got this after season, and you don't have to wait a year to use the signs. Like, I could have used this anytime, but I just ended up not using it for a whole year. So and I'm such a big person on like saving money after the holidays are over. So this sign I've had for a while. I'm keeping the maroon trim because it's going to be a fall sign. I'm painting the rest black, so like again, it has that chalkboard feel to it. I lost the footage of me putting the vinyl on here, but I mean, you see with all of these signs, there's not much of a difference. So you guys aren't missing out on a lot, I promise. So I paint this black. I add the vinyl to it. And again, if you have any questions about the fonts that I use, please let me know. This sign, I used a Walmart frame. I cut some wine corks in half, put them in this pumpkin shape. I used one of the stems from the Dollar Tree, the wood pieces that they've had. Use that for the stem, and then I paint this orange again with that orange spice from Michael's, and then just decorate the top with, you know, the leaves and bows and all of that good stuff. But I believe this frame from Walmart was $3 or $4. I like it because it's got a lot of depth. So the cork pieces actually don't stick out very far from the frame because it's got a nice depth. And I did paint the back of that frame in ivory, I believe, or cashew from Waverly, just to give it a warm color so it wasn't like stark white. And I just, one thing I did want to mention with the corks, I said I cut them in half. I started with a craft knife, but it was much better with a kitchen knife that you would use to like cut fruit. And that worked so much easier and so much faster. For whatever reason, the craft knife just was not working very well for me. So I've got it all painted. I'm adding some pip berries, like I said, some leaves, some bows, and I just love this. Like I said, I wanted to make some signs that weren't all just words and something that was a little bit different with depth and texture. And I'm just so happy with how this little pumpkin sign turned out. And I had the wine corks gifted to me by my mother-in-law. So with all these other little pieces, I mean, less than $5 for this sign. And like I said, you're going to pay an arm and a leg at the store. So if you guys are at all intimidated by making your own decor, don't be. Like, it is so simple. You can get inspiration so many different places. Here's the Hello Pumpkin sign. I love it so much. It's so adorable. And again, I'm so impressed with the Dollar Tree vinyl. It's not amazing, but it does the job. So I love this saying as well. Like I said, I'm a big fan of fall. I loved that all of these were just so inexpensive to make, you guys. So easy, so simple. Please try them out. I love this one as well. And it's going to be a lot cooler now. It's getting cooler at night here in Colorado. I know we still have some warm days, but so ready for fall, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love this quote. Autumn teaches us that it is okay to let go. Again, let me know if you want any of the fonts that I used from Cricut, and I'll link them below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please try some of these out. They're so simple, so easy. I think they turned out so pretty to add to any fall decor. So let me know which one is your favorite, which one you're going to try out below. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting.